You got good marks in high school, but getting a good job, a job with a future, isn't easy, especially without a college degree. So where do you go from here? You call Grand Valley State.
You are on campus at Grand Valley State College, one of Michigan's state-supported colleges, located 12 miles west of Grand Rapids on an 876-acre campus in rural Ottawa County. Professor Stein uses a physiogram for research on physical responses to various stimuli. Classes aboard the Angus learn how to use sampling equipment, as well as to analyze results back in the lab. To help with independent study, Grand Valley offers its students an advanced information retrieval system. They can dial tapes of lectures or supplemental material, or tune in on a movie or videotape. Some students produce tapes as their term papers, using Grand Valley's television studio for their workshop. A liberal education gives the knowledge and develops the abilities needed for a productive life that will never be automated out of its usefulness. Grand Valley is still growing, but no matter how large it grows, its program will continue to meet the needs of the individual student. One thing will always remain Grand Valley's first concern: the importance of the educated citizen in this 20th century world.
Your college years, important years, maybe the most important years of your lifetime. So consider carefully how and where you'll spend your time in college and what those years will mean for your future. Consider this. Grand Valley State College offers a variety of programs and extensive facilities like many universities, with class size and academic and student life like those in a smaller college. Strong liberal arts emphasis assures that when you graduate, you've learned how to reason, to research, recognize issues, solve problems, and communicate effectively. In accounting, in business, communication, computer science, engineering, geology, health sciences, nursing, physical therapy, and special education, to name a few.
Top-notch students are flocking to Grand Valley State University in record numbers. Total enrollment is the highest ever, with more than 24,000 students. And it's obvious why. All that a liberal education has to offer in new and updated facilities and a vibrant campus life.
When I first arrived at Grand Valley and walked into my office, there was a desktop computer, and I think about how far we came in the process.
How do you learn all this stuff? And so you learn it a little bit at a time. You transition with the time. You have to be open to the new ideas as you move forward.
One of the first really big projects was voice response registration. Back then, you went in and went to the gymnasiums or the field house to register for classes, or you'd turn in paper forms and people would manually enter that in the system. And we developed a voice response system where you called in and you used your keypad to register for sections, search for sections, register for courses and stuff. And we actually got a Nukubo Award, the university, for that project. It was quite an accomplishment.
And in my 50 years of teaching, we've gone from overhead projectors, computer screens. We've gone from plastic slides, now we're going to share a screen. Then we have gone from chalk to electrons.
That was something that I always had to keep in mind, because no matter which way you teach, how am I going to organize the course so that it is relevant to the students, it covers the content that is necessary for the course, it integrates technology into the course, but in a useful manner.
What is people take for granted, it's magic that everything works as is. So how a device connects to wireless, they just think that you connect to the SSID. They don't realize how many network equipment pieces there are to make that one device talk on a network.
The ability to connect better with other folks. I always like the connections that computers and the systems and the technology can provide us. The facilitation of connections and community, being able to directly communicate with people over the course of all this technology, the connections are more so meaningful than the technology itself.